Hey everybody, come on in. Sorry I'm a little late today. We went over in our fascial maneuver class, and but good stuff. We wanted to end with opening up the hips, and we did that. So come on in. This is parents and child edition of the Human Garage program, and we are here for the community. So today's conversation is going to be guided around feeling safe in the body, and how do we create that safety in the body, because the body cannot heal, or the body will not let go of what is causing disruption in the body. Hi Haruka. Until the body is in safety. And so sometimes parents have to take a different approach than just trying to fix their child. So come on in. I'm going to get a little bit of essential oil here. After teaching a class. So feeling really good. We opened up the abdominal area with our fascial maneuver class this morning. Okay, who am I? My name is Deidre Freer, and I have been with Human Garage for almost 3 years now. I have used Human Garage to reverse 30 years of a chronic headache. That means it never went away. People think that they say that, and wow, you've had headaches for 30 years. No, I've had one headache nonstop that would spike to migraine level very often. And I lived my life with that. I lived that way. A lot of people would shut down and go to their bedroom when they got a migraine, and I would just keep going. My goal whenever I started Human Garage was to get down to a level 4 pain, and I have surpassed that, and it has been so cool. I've even opened up, this journey has been about healing the shift in cranial bones that they did when they put braces on me, and still not addressing the root cause. So not only have I addressed more of the root cause, which I believe was the dehydration, the gut health, and belief system, but they also, so I had to take care of the root cause, but I've had to reverse the damage that was created whenever they put the mouthpieces and the orthodontics on me, which they were trying to fix the headaches back then. So if you look at me closely, you can still see, I know that faces aren't symmetrical. I get that, but mine was so drastic. This eye used to be set back further. This was way down more. So I am getting closer to my cranial bones opening up. I still have some sutures that I feel are needing to fully get into alignment. However, fascial maneuvers have been the first thing in 30 years, both Western and Eastern, that has opened up this healing journey for me. Okay, so it took a little bit more time telling you about me. I will say that my body resisted everything, and I know that it is because I maintained the retainers, those bars on the back of my teeth. I had them both upper and lower. So right after my first 28-day, I had those removed, and it's been, until the last 4 months, it's been shifting a lot. And luckily, my teeth have stayed the same. Not always the case, but for me. Okay, so let's talk about where you are in the program, because that will help guide my instruction or conversation with you. How many 28-day resets have you been through? Are you in a program right now? Are you in LSA 1, LSA 2? Are you in the new coaching program? If you're a season oneer, say hi, all that good stuff. Let's see. So I'll watch the comments for that. That will help me. Yes, every 28-day, you are going to have a different look. You're going to look different. I have friends that I've seen that I've grown through this journey with the last 3 years, and I see them on a Zoom, and I haven't seen them in a long time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you've changed so much. And maybe it's not so much weight loss or anything like that. It's more this shifting of cranial bones. Okay. Let's see where everybody's at. Where are you in the program? Who am I talking to? That will help guide me. How many parents do we have here? So again, my name is Deidre Freer. I am Coach D. And I will pin my personal, one here. Yami, you keep asking requests to join. Yami, can you tell me a little bit about what it is that you are going through? What is it that you're wanting to join to talk to me about? I've seen some postings from Human Garage on Instagram, followed them from there. This is the first live that I've watched, and so I'm pretty clueless but very interested in the work. Beautiful. TRS Simmons. Okay, so let me tell you about fascial maneuvers. Fascial maneuvers, number one, were created to bring your body out of stress. I could go, okay, so we've got some newbies in here. So let's start at the beginning. I could go to yoga. I could go to acupuncture. I could go to chiropractor. I could do more mouthpieces. But until you bring your body out of stress, is your body going to let go of what is creating the imbalances? It may be a physical restriction. It may be an emotional belief that's causing an imbalance that then creates physical symptoms. And that's your body's way of translating to you, communicating with you, hey, I need attention here. And until you bring your thoughts and your physical world out of stress and you can be attentive to what that communication is telling you, then you're not going to get very far. You can go to as many chiropractor adjustments as you want, but do you really want to rely on somebody else to bring you out of stress? So for me, I finally learned after 25 years of going to a chiropractor, it was actually throwing me more into fight or flight because my body was resisting it so much. But the belief system in my society was, I need the chiropractor. Now, what I have learned, now that I've used fascial maneuvers to bring my body out of stress, now my body will partner with those other modalities, and it's way more effective because my body trusts itself first before then trusting something else to partner with it. This is true of acupuncture for me too. My acupuncturist is like, whatever you're doing, you are responding so much better to your acupuncture because my body is out of it. The acupuncture doesn't have to spend so much time bringing my body out of stress because I've maintained bringing my body out of stress. Why does this happen with fascial maneuvers? When we do the specific crossover and then counter rotation, then compression within all the different maneuvers that Jason and Gary and Cynthia created originally for us, it is taking us back to that fetal position while it's locking some areas, which asks other areas to open up. And whenever you come out of it, that safety of that fetal counter rotation position, and then opening up and coming out of the position that you were just in, breathing deeply, right? And breath is our number one form of healing and movement. The body sends a signal to all the hormones and the chemicals to be like, oh, let's balance out. It's not like cortisol's bad. It just needs to be on a balanced state. It's not like serotonin is too low, it's just that it needs to be balanced, right? It's not like they're good or bad hormones or chemicals. They just need balance. So that's why the physical, the mental, and the emotional all need support. That's why I have it in my website. You can go and get all the gut health support that you can get, but if you're not working on your thoughts and your emotions, then that gut health is only going to get you so far. And if you're somebody that's going to talk therapy to work on your thoughts and emotions, but you're not doing anything for your gut health or the restrictions in your body, learning to communicate and translate with your body, then it's only going to get you so far. And Human Garage has brought all of those aspects together. So when you join the 28-day reset, you start with the 1-day reset. 3-day, 7-day. It just flows right into a full 28-day reset. You're going to get education on your gut health. You're going to get education on why the body is out of stress and how to bring it back into stress, or how to bring it back into ease and a sense of safety through the environmental toxins. People at work think I am crazy. I am a special ed pre-K teacher by trade after 22 years, and I will get up and leave the room if they spray the disinfectant spray. I'm not going to stay. I mean, I've already told them at the beginning of the year, first day, you got this spray, and then you got this spray. Leave this for the end of the day, because I will leave your room, and that you will lose your support, because I am not staying in there. I'm not going to go through a 2-day headache because of environmental toxins, because people don't get it. The more important would be gut health. If your gut is healthy, you don't have to worry about the germs so much affecting you. Not saying don't disinfect ever in a school setting like that, but we don't need to be disinfecting nonstop and making the kids breathe in those toxins. Same is true as the perfumes you put on yourself. They send these little kids that are low income with cologne all over them, and they're behaviorally a mess. It's because they are neurotoxins. They disrupt the hormones of your body, and the hormones control your emotions. So therefore, these environmental chemicals are causing emotional disruption, which in turn affects our physical health. So in the 28-day reset, you will learn about environmental toxins. Then you will learn about how to hydrate yourself. Hydrating yourself is not just drinking more water. It's about the cellular wall accepting the hydration at a high quality level. And you can do this by just learning the basics of water and remineralizing your body. So if you're somebody that all you have is bottled water is the best thing you can get, okay, put a couple crystals in your glass cup or copper cup and pour that bottled water in it. You're creating a more alive water. You're making it more alive versus dead water. So which would your cell rather have? If your cell is a living thing and not a dead thing, you want water that is alive, touching a crystal, touching a seashell. I have seashells, crystals, copper, all these things in my water that I use, and it brings it back to life. And so there are little bitty things that are inexpensive that you can do to remineralize yourself and your water. And that helps flush out those toxins that we've taken in over the years that is keeping our body in a state of stress. So the 28-day reset, it's going to teach you how to bring your body out of stress on multiple levels. So I'm kind of jumping through all of those. Getting alkaline water is great. So that's a great place to start. If you don't have access to it, though, those others that I mentioned is what I've done. Let's see. They're going to tell you that your body is all about pressure. So if you are not learning from a doctor or from a yoga instructor that your body is a pressurized system, you're going to learn to witness your body in a whole new way. For somebody like me living at 30 years with a chronic headache, not knowing what no pressure in the head would feel like, this should be my thumbnail. I should do this for my thumbnail for the live. But in all honesty, there was so much pressure up here. I didn't know what it was like to balance the pressure out of zone 1 and put it into zone 2 or zone 3 down into the legs. And so Human Garage teaches you to understand your body as like a bubble suit, a balloon suit. And if all the pressure is in one area, with the maneuvers they teach you, you're able to rebalance the pressure into the other areas of the body. This is going to bring a sense of almost like a high, because you're so balanced. And you've not felt this balanced in so long that it's a sense of relief. Relief means to live again. So learning about the balance of the body. The 28-day reset also teaches you how how to speak to your body. So let's do that real quick. Let's rub our hands together. This is a very, very simple one. I do this with the students at school, whether they know that they're doing it or not. Sometimes I do it for them, if I can just hold space for them while they're in their moment of panic and chaos. Right hand on your heart. I like to rub it a couple times. You can even tap your thymus. I have the kids do that. They don't know why. It doesn't matter. It works. All right, settle that hand down, left hand on top of your head. Eyes open or closed, it's up to you. So we're going to talk to our body, and our body is going to realize, oh, that lady's listening to me finally. Okay, breathe in through your mouth. 1, 2, 3. And repeat after me. Out loud is preferable, so your body knows it's talking. Hello, heart. Thank you for guiding me. I choose to listen to you more. I've been too busy in my head. Breathe in. It's time I slow down and I let you lead, heart. Even whenever I'm not paying attention. Will you send me a zing or a ping to bring me back to listening to you? Now let's breathe in through our nose. 1. Breathe out. 2. Breathe in. 3. And say, hello, brain. Thank you for all the protection you give me. Sometimes I think you overthink things. And then we make mistakes together. Hey, brain, will you be a co-pilot to the heart? Let the heart lead. Your job is to remind me to slow down. And everybody say, when I slow down, I have more fun. And bring your left hand, everybody, bring your left hand down to the right hand on your heart, sealing the brain's commitment to letting the heart lead, sealing the brain's commitment to the reminder of saying, I slow down. Breathe in one more time, sealing it all in, and say, and so it is. And now tune into your thoughts. What's happening between those 2 ears and in that brain? For about a year, whenever I started this journey of body language translation, which I can do a little bit more about, whenever I started the journey of body language translation, it was about 3 years before I found Human Garage. So I was still missing some of the pieces. But the beautiful thing is, for 28 days, you've got somebody that's giving you all the pieces and saying, here, do this. In 20 minutes a day, do this. And so for over a year, I had to slow down and then say what I desire. So I would say, I slow way down and I pay attention to my driving. I slow way down and I choose my words first. I slow way down and I have more fun. That's what I have the kids at school say, because it's all about having fun in life. That's what our little piece of heaven on earth is all about, is more joy and more ease. And so in order to be present in the moment, okay, if we want to pre-send the energy we desire to have in the future, we have to be present in the now. And how do we do that? We slow down. The other thing I would say is I slow way down and I get more done. I slow way down and I do things right the first time. It's like measure twice and cut once, right? For carpenters. So this communication starts to happen between the body and the mind. Now, lately, I'm gonna go off on a side note here for whenever you're halfway through the 28-day to, into the second or third 28-day reset. Some of you will find that you start to get dizzy for no reason, or your blurred vision is going to happen. And the beautiful thing about the Human Garage community is that when you stay and you get a buddy system, it is suggested in the 28-day that you find a buddy. Doesn't matter if you have anything in common, okay? But if you find a buddy and you join at least one meetup a week on a Zoom call, whether it be in whatever program you're in, or you create your own meetup with 2 or 3 people. When you do that, you start to talk in community and you see this collective consciousness of symptoms happening to people that are similar, and they're nowhere near each other. So it's not germs, okay? What will happen is the body and the conscious mind are starting to talk to each other, just like we did, very basically. But the subconscious is still over here, being like, no, we believe in this. We believe that we have to hurry up. We believe that society only wants women or men to believe that overthinking and struggling is like a badge of honor. We still believe in that story, okay? And so that's the dizziness part. Your conscious and body are communicating on this new frequency level, this new perception, and the subconscious is still over here believing in the old narrative. And so once that subconscious joins the conscious and the mind and the body, then the blurred vision will go away. So don't run to the eye doctor as soon as you start getting blurred vision. There's some other things in there too. The fascia is opening up around the constraints of the eyes. Your ear canal is opening up. My ear canal is like huge compared to the last 30 years. And the jaw is opened up. So there's other things that are happening that your body needs time to recalibrate. And so it may take 2 or 3 weeks. It may take 2 days. That is part of the journey, and that is why Human Garage, their number one first thing they did was build community. Well, they did other things. That was at the top of their list, was building community, so that I don't have to go to Gary for every little thing. I can go to this HG friend and this HG friend and this HG friend and be like, what are you going through right now? Okay, yep. So today I got an email from one of my Zoom class attendees, and she was like the 3rd person this week that told me about relationships with Father. So I know that's my reminder that my body, my conscious, my subconscious is ready for me to, I'm going to commit to more head to hearts, speaking to myself and towards my Father. And so that is going to send that energetic connection to my Father. So this is a generational thing that we're doing here. We're focusing and bringing you in by healing yourself and bringing your body out of stress and into a sense of safety from all the different puzzle pieces and angles. And we're giving it to you in the most easy and confined place as possible. Confining meaning put together, okay? But at the same time, this is a generational thing. And that's going to be a beautiful segue for me to bring it back to the Parents and Children's program. So within the Human Garage program, whether you're on the app or on the website, same sign-in, you have access to the parents group. And the parents group, the parents come in wanting to heal their children. And the parents, within the first few months, learn that it's them that they need to tend to all these things first. And then the children will already start to show improvement just from the work that you do. And then they'll be more open. I posted on my story, Fascia Fusion, which is Coach Carrie Ann Pratt. She's in the coaching program. She was doing head maneuvers on her daughter, C-section release, antler twist, which I have a delicious antler twist that I have added. I have my own twist of that. no pun intended. And the kids ask for it because the kids are less resistant to it. So depending on the age of your child and how you work them into it, they will eventually come and ask you for some fascial maneuvers. And once they get a taste of how it calms their body, they love it. They will ask for it all the time. This is why animals are so receptive. We have a couple coaches that work on horses, dogs. If you've ever watched Gary live when the dogs come and want, they no longer, I choose to remember their name of their biggest dog. They just, he ascended last year. Anyway, he would come over to Gary while he was on a live and just do this internal bark. Like, Gary, I'm here. I want this hip release done. And Gary would try and ignore him. And finally he'd be like, hang on, everybody. And he'd have to work on him. And he was an old little guy, and he just knew what he needed when he needed it. And Gary was there to provide it. So animals and children are the least resistant to doing fascial maneuvers because they're willing to slow down to feel better. So the question is, are you willing to slow down to make this shift in your life to feel better? Is the idea of for me, the pain of staying the same was not, like, the pain of staying the same was greater than the pain of change. The pain of staying in that headache and really thinking that for the next 30 years, I was still going to live with this. Like, there has got to be a way out of this confinement of this pain in my head. Even if all I was desiring was to get down to a level 4 pain, you guys. So I am willing to, like, go extreme now because I've been able to discipline myself. I can go to Thanksgiving dinner and not eat dressing. I mean, I can now because I've healed my gut enough, but I don't need it for the memory. I don't need it because of the emotional attachment anymore. I've disciplined myself enough to enjoy how I feel in my body this way, to be like, that'll make me feel like crap for the next 3 days. So I don't need to eat that. That's actually probably been the hardest thing for my family, is that I'm not participating in the rituals of, like, food participation at social family gatherings. And as much as they want to do things that I'll eat, and at the same time, like, I just play it off like, oh, it's just me being me, don't worry about it, like, I'll bring my own food, that kind of thing. Or I just bring food that I'll eat, and I just eat mostly that and put some of the other food on my plate. And, like, we have so many ideas for so many different avenues of the things that you will need to balance out your body, that being in community is key in doing this. Now, the last thing I would say that Human Garage can expand into, if you attend the meetups, are meeting with people like me, or finding those of us that do this as our business on the outside of Human Garage, would be working with the narrative of the story. Yay for starting the 28-day reset again. That's awesome. So the truth is getting down to, number one, if your body will release the tension and the frustration, and you can shift your mindset without going back into past stories, fantastic. For some of us, the belief systems of these stories that we tell ourselves are so ingrained in us that we've got to find ways to bring awareness to them so we can change the narrative that we choose. You know, am I going to keep believing in the narrative that my words are not important? Or do I have 73 people on here listening and tuning in to realize I have learned, I've gone through an experience that somebody on here is desiring to go through so that they can be on this other side. And so I've had to retrain my belief system that I do know what my body feels, and I can share that through my voice, and I can speak my truth, and that there are people out there that believe my words are valuable. That is the narrative that I have had to shift this last year. And whenever I do that, then I'm empowering other people to support themselves, to heal themselves. And can we partner with Western medicine? Can we partner with pharmaceuticals? Can we partner with certain things? Chiropractic, acupuncture? Yes, you can do it in your way that works best for you. That is the key. What I found was, even before I found Human Garage, just shifting to Eastern medicine, traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncturist, that is my primary doctor for me, because it keeps me in a state of wellness. There's been one time in 8 years that she said, hey, Deidre, I think we need to go get some prednisone because you're detoxing a little too fast and we cannot get this rash under control. But you guys, I was detoxing. And that prednisone that I went on the lowest dose, and I did not have any side effects from prednisone. And I've not been on it in 3 years since. That was before Human Garage. Okay, one size doesn't fit all in terms of how we eat. Some of us don't thrive. Yes, some of us don't thrive as vegans. Some of us don't thrive as carnivores. The cool thing is I've tried all of them. It's finding what works for you. It's even with fasting. Some women, men, you're a little bit easier to try fasting with you. It depends on your hormone level, but for some women, our system is too weak to fast. First, we need to heal and strengthen our systems before we fast. So that's why for my clients who I work with the story, I work with the body language translation. We get to the root emotional story that created the patterns that you have. That's what I do. And so when they ask me questions about nutrition and different things like that, first of all, I start with your gut fire. Your gut biome has to be on fire. So no more ice. Like, I can give you the basics, but I recommend you going to an Eastern medicine herbalist, preferably acupuncturist that can work with you on all of that, holistic practitioner of some kind. Okay, let me read this one. Denise Faith, yep, she's a great coach. Yep, she does classes here on the Human Garage platform. How do you find information on the 28-day reset? Thanks, that's important. So humangarage.net, humangarage.net is the website, and you can be sign in under the word enroll, and it is accessible, so you can choose the ownership of cost efficiency for you. I will tell you that the more ownership that you place on this for yourself, the more valuable it is, and the more commitment you will have. So find what works for you in terms of ownership in this journey. Then from there, you'll be prompted to create a username, password, prompted to download the app so you have access to it on your phone or on your iPad, or via a website on your laptop, desktop. From there, you will be prompted to join a 1-day, a 3-day, a 7-day reset. But really, by the time you join the 28-day reset, you've started that process. The 1, 3, and 7 is part of that. I was messaging someone this morning. Hi, Marnique. Oh, that was you that said that. Yep, that was you. Good to see you, sweet girl. Okay, just thumbing through any other comments. Yes, some people are not meant to fast. I study human design. So that's the other thing. You will be able to kind of start to think about your astrology or human design or gene keys. We have people that specialize in all of those. So you can DM me. I pinned my personal Instagram below, and I can send you to people that may be focusing on those different aspects. We use the Serious Joy Astrology app, which you will be prompted within the 28-day to join that at a half cost. I assume it's still. Hi, can I still get today's from Radiate? Yes, Marnique. So I teach... So what Marnique is asking is, I teach a weekly class. It's only $10. It's not going to stay that cost for very long. I teach a weekly class on Saturday mornings on Zoom. I used to do it Instagram free live, but honestly, I just wanted the ease of Zoom so I can see everybody and we can talk. If you would like the recording from this morning's class, you can request it, and then after my live, I will upload it and send it out to anybody. So just DM me your email, and I can get you that, Marnake. DM me your email and I can send you an invoice for that $10 and you can get the recording from that. I was doing a series on doing fascial maneuvers that lined up with the TCM meridian pathways. That was a cool one. Heavenly Casey, what do you want to ask? Sure, let's do it. Let me see if I can find you. I saw something about concussions. It keeps jumping for me. Okay, know that I'd like to ask. All right.
Hi, good morning. How are you? Oh my gosh, it looks so dark in here. Let me open it. Can I open up a window right now or no?
You're
Um,
fine. I can see you
okay.
and
Hi.
listen.
First of all, Gary actually saw me when he was at an event that he had in Anaheim about in October of 2024. And then at that point, he did a fascial maneuver on my head. And then and then after that I felt like a lot of draining happening.
Mm-hmm.
And and then I got very sick because it was just like it was everything coming out. And then I had sorry, my hair looks disgusting. Hold on. So he ended up doing
Hey,
that.
hey,
He ended up
listen,
doing that
listen.
for me.
I'm going
And
to
then
ask you to stop. I'm going to ask you to stop. I'm going to ask you to take 3 breaths and say, I slow way down. Ready? Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. And so say, I slow down.
I slow down.
She is already listening to me.
She is already listening to me.
It's okay to slow down.
It's okay to slow down.
Okay, breathe one more time. Breathe in some more. And exhale. All right. So you were at an event with Gary.
Yes. And it was absolutely amazing. And then at that point, Jules Horn started taking over the practice with me. And I started feeling like these really weird sensations, like right here and right here. And then it was just like, it was just drainage because this side of my head was very, very like swollen. And because of the concussion, and then because of the point of impact from the accident. And I ended up I'm trying to travel right now, right? And for some strange reason I can't go past a certain amount of elevation, which is not normal. And I ended up going to my vestibular doctor and I did these tests, and when I did them I felt them like I've never felt them before. And they tried putting me upside down in this holding machine, and I felt it like like I was on a Disneyland ride. So at this point, my question to you is I tried also driving out to a music festival, Coachella, and I couldn't make it past 1,300 feet. What happens is I have difficulty I get trouble swallowing, and then it affects it. And then also like my head just doesn't feel right. And then I feel like a sensation going on in my chest. It's like it feels like so much is happening because of, and then also I already had pre-existing vertigo at that point. But I'm 38 years old. I'm not dead yet, and I denounce that. And I also denounce any sort of thing that is going on in my life where somebody or something or some entity is trying to destroy my life. And I'm denouncing it again right now with you in this conversation. I am literally at a loss for words. I have a 16-year-old who needs his mother, and who, when he turns 18, I would like to start traveling with him more and, just having him experience life. But I'm tired of acting and pretending, like not pretending, but I'm tired of having this limit me. I'm
Okay.
so exhausted
So
and I need help.
there's a couple of avenues. I've taken notes in my head. I choose to remember them all. All right. So number one is how many 28-day resets have you done?
I've done 3.
Okay. Fabulous. How often do you do the vestibular eye resets?
I haven't done any of that. I've just
Okay.
done the basics. So, I mean, I do the grounding, I do the resets and went in the grounding. So,
Yeah.
that's just what I'm
Okay.
doing, but I haven't done the vestibular resets at all.
So, and I agree with Jenna. I'm getting there, girl. Um, right now, maintain the 28-day reset. Keep bringing your body out of stress. Do the 15-minute stress reset at least twice a day, and see how you do with vestibular eye reset. I wouldn't do it all every day. I would do this one day, okay? And maybe even break it up into the up and angle ones on different times of day. Like don't do it all at once. Pay attention to your detox symptoms after that. For me, vestibular eye reset would bring on a huge detox headache. Okay. So pay attention to what symptoms you have after it. Then maybe the next day do this one, or 2 days later. Find the pattern that works for you. You might only be able to start off doing vestibular eye resets once a week, and then bring it to twice a week, and then bring it to 3 times a week. But get them in. Gary did them daily every morning to shift his concussion damage. Okay. So keep up with the fascia maneuvers and figure out a pattern for doing vestibular eye resets on your own. How often can you get them in? Pay attention to your detox patterns. Okay, that's checkbox number one. Number two is how are you rehydrating? So making sure, don't go into it now. DM me on that one if you need to. But how are you getting that remineralization to happen so that any clogged drainage, lymphatic, blood flow, all of that can be active and healthy and flowing with ease? Okay, so check that box. Where I really want to dive in with you is what in your life is keeping you out of balance? When you had that injury happen, what were you going through in your life that you desired balance, but something was keeping you out of balance, like a belief system or an action or a person? Can you think back to that moment and feel into what emotional belief system was there? And it may have not been that day, it may have been the 6 months leading up to it.
That I wasn't good enough for someone.
Okay. And so all of this denouncing of things, great intent. You know what you don't want. That's where to start. What do you want?
I want to be free.
Okay. What does feeling free mean to you?
Getting my life back, being able to be around people that I used to be around. I mean, I can't travel that much and it's
Okay.
killing me.
Breathe. What would getting your life back be like with just yourself? Give me one thing.
I want to be able to visit my dad and I can't
Okay.
because of the traveling and because of the elevation.
Okay.
And I,
So let's start there. It starts with the pressure in your body. So let's say things like, my body's pressure
my body's pressure
flows where it needs to go
flows where it needs to go
to keep me balanced and
to,
centered
to keep me balanced and centered
in all situations.
in all situations.
And breathe. Say, my body's pressure system works with ease
My body's pressure system works with ease
in all situations.
in all situations.
Breathe one more time. Take your 3 fingers like this. Look at me real quick. Take your 3 fingers, put them down, facing down on your forehead, and counterclockwise rotation. So counterclockwise.
Gonna be.
There you go. All right, breathe in. I feel my body.
Hold
So,
on, did I do it right?
yep, you're good. And you can just keep regripping it anytime you need. And you can just I just kind of lean in my forehead into my fingers so there's some pressure there. So repeat after me. I feel my body
I feel my body
recalibrating the pressure
recalibrating the pressure
so I can travel in planes
so I can travel in planes
and enjoy the sea.
and enjoy the sea.
Breathe in. 2, 3. Only my heart is in control of my body.
Only my heart is in control of my body.
Breathe. 1, 2, 3. I am enough for me to enjoy my life.
I am enough for me to enjoy my life.
Breathe. 1, 2, 3. How do you feel? Start to come back into your body. Bring awareness. Opening your eyes.
I feel lighter.
Okay. And is that what you want more of?
Yes.
So I say, I choose this lightness in my body
I choose this lightness in my body.
from now moving forward on,
From now moving forward on,
even whenever I'm flying.
even whenever I'm flying.
Okay, I want you to take both hands. I want you to start here in the middle. Yep, if
Okay.
you can put it down, it doesn't matter if we see you. Pull apart, bring it down over the ears, down the front side of your neck, and hold it down here at the base. Lift your chin up and exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Everybody do it with us. Take your fingers to the top of your forehead, right there at the beginning. I really want you to dig in and glide across those eyebrows, going slowly over the ears, down the sides of your neck, down the vagus nerve reset, tugging down, holding and pressing down. Lift your chin up. Breathe in and exhale. Shake your hands out. Open and close your jaw. We're not done. We're going to do it one more time.
Oh my gosh, I feel tightness.
Yeah, that's okay. We're moving it. So is the pressure moving? So say to yourself, this is just pressure moving.
This is just pressure moving.
I can feel safe in my body.
I can feel safe in my body.
Okay, fingers back at your forehead in the middle, pressing in, gliding them open and across. We're opening up our brain to this new awareness of safety, right? Coming down over the ears. Really press on those ears, press on the inside, those SCMs coming down your neck. Holding it down right there above the clavicle in that nook and cranny. Lift your chin up. Breathe. When I slow down, say, when I slow way down,
When I slow way down,
the pressure can feel ease in my body.
the pressure can feel ease in my body.
And flick it out with your hands. Flick that energy out. Okay, I want you to tap your thymus. And now I want you to take that hand and tap where we were holding your forehead. Tap your forehead.
I've missed this so much. I haven't done it lately.
There we go. Just a remembering. So it's a remembering. We're bringing you back to a remembering of your childhood when you had complete, beautiful, pressurized flow in your system. Say, I remember this.
I remember this. I call it back.
All right, now come down. Right hand, glide it down your neck and pin it down here. Left hand, kind of find your little soft, bring it up. Not that you're choking yourself, you're just kind of pinning and tugging upward. Drop your chin, opening up the occipital area of the back of your neck. Breathe in through your nose. 1. And say, I am worth every bit of this.
I am worth every bit of this.
Breathe in 2. I remember my worth.
I remember my worth.
And breathe in 3. I speak my worthiness to my heart.
I speak my worthiness to my heart.
And drop your hands down. And now we're going to finish with what I call the freer twist bliss. I had to deepen the antler twist maneuver for me. Okay.
Okay.
If you're sitting, that's fine, but scoot to the edge of the seat so that you can have a 90-90 with your legs and hips and still pin and lock your pelvic floor hold. Okay. If you choose to not stand, which is totally fine because it could make you dizzy. All right. Let's warm up those hands, get that energy flowing. Put your right fingers forward. You're going to have to really listen to my cues for this one. Take your left fingers back. Right there on. Nope, you're going to have to listen to my cues. Yep.
Okay.
So right fingers forward, left fingers back. We're going to do both sides. Okay. Press in on the temples, meet the fingers at the top. Now, right here, typically we just lift with both hands. Okay. You're going to lift up with the wrist on the right side. Lifting your right wrist up and just hold it there. That's a pin. Now take your left wrist and tug down over the cheekbone like you're heading towards the chin. Once you get it into a place, lock it in place. We're not gliding over the skin unless the fascia underneath starts to move your hand. Then and only then do I want you to allow it to flow. Look to your right elbow and take your nose down towards your right armpit. Right now, make sure that pelvic floor hold is in place for a zone 2 pinning. Tuck your chin in so that the base of this cranium is opening up. Your right wrist is still lifting up. Your left wrist is still tugging down. Now, relax your shoulder blades. Relax the inner makings of your shoulders best as you can. Relax your jaw. Relax cheekbones, forehead. Breathe in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Your hands might start shifting. That's okay. Let your top hand go into your hairline a little. Let your left hand come down towards the chin. Breathe 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. Listen to my words. Keep your head laying on your left hand. Leave it right there, but drop your right hand to your side. Say to yourself, I fully support myself.
I fully support myself.
My body already has all the answers.
My body already has all the answers.
My mind, my emotions, and my body are in sync.
My mind, my body, and my emotions are in sync.
And with only your left hand, turning off all the neck muscles, all the head muscles, lift your head up using your left hand. Hold it there. Open your eyes. And say, I feel safe here.
I feel safe here.
And drop your hand. Opening your eyes when you're ready. Do you feel the pressure shift?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
So,
it's like right here now.
yep. Okay. We're going to do the other side. Now, make sure before we get off that I talk to you about things to do while on the plane. Okay.
It's also while I'm driving too.
That's okay. It's going to be do these things all the time, but I'm just asking you to remind me. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to the fingers on the left facing forward. Fingers on the right facing back. Should have some nice drainage. Pressing in, meet the fingers at the top, and we're going to switch side. The fingers that are forward is the wrist that lifts up towards the hairline. So that's the left side. Right hand is going to tug down over that cheekbone. Turn your nose to the left and towards the armpit. Now, pelvic floor hold in place, so that's belly button to spine, lifting up those sex organs. Relax your shoulder blades and just have the motion coming from the forearms and the wrist. Tuck that nose in some more. Lift that chin, play around with like lifting the chin up to the ceiling while the nose is still in the armpit. That's opening up that back left occipital area. All right, let's breathe in 3 breaths here. 1, 2, 3. About now, your hand may start to glide if the fascia is hydrated enough. Let that left hand lift up into the hairline. Tuck that chin in. Let the right hand come down over that jawline towards the chin. You can even add a little sway here. Let the rest of the body open up in all the other joint areas. Just a little sway, nice and slow, back and forth. Breathe in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Keeping the cue. Ready? Keep that head fully on that right hand. The whole weight of the head is on that right hand. Relax your shoulder blades. Drop the left hand down by your side. If your eyes are closed, that's okay. Say, I fully support myself.
I fully support myself.
My body already has all the answers.
My body already has all the answers.
My body remembers my balance.
My body remembers my balance.
I am so worth all of this.
I am so worth all of this.
Keeping the neck muscles relaxed, use your hand to lift your head up and say, I feel safe here.
I feel safe here.
And when
I
you're
am worthy of this. And I am worthy to be with people again. I'm worthy to be with the people I miss. I'm worthy to travel with my son. And we're going to do it when I get better.
now we're going to do it.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Breathe in and exhale. Let your hand go down when you're ready. You can keep touching your body. Let it land on your heart. Let your hand land on your heart. That hand is a sense of safety right now. You are focusing on feeling safe in your body, in presence with yourself. Safe in your body, in presence with your son. Safe in your body, in presence with people around you. And each time there is that sense of safety, the next will expand. Okay. So bringing balance back into it. Jenna, I saw that you were on. She had a podcast this morning, so I don't know if Jenna wants to go deeper with you, but contact me. Jenna and I are happy to do some sessions with you that I think going deeper would benefit you. It's really identifying some stories and stuff like that. But if you're open to doing that, that was great.
I would just want to get back to being the best mom I can be, the best person I can
Okay,
be.
stay out of the story. You're going back in the story. If
Okay.
you keep going back in that story, you're bringing that energy back. Now you're going to put you're overthinking and putting yourself back in that fight or flight. So you're just going to undo all the safety we did.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Going deeper into your language. When they post this recording, fast forward it. I want you to write down all of those decrees, I call them, on note cards, sticky notes. I want you to put them in your car. I want you to put them in your bathroom. I want you take a dry erase marker and write some of it on your mirror. I want you to have it on your refrigerator. Where do you stand while you're brushing your teeth? Do you have a sticky note right there? You're retraining your subconscious. Remember, were you on here whenever I was saying the conscious and the body are doing this new thing, but the subconscious is still over here? And that's going to bring a dizzy feeling because they're not in alignment. And so you have to retrain your subconscious. And if you keep going back to, I just want, you're staying in the story that isn't true, that you have control over recreating the new story. Okay. So my work that I do and Jenna's work that Jenna does, we do the story work. We do the body language translation. That's our own business. We've added that on as part of our own healing journey. And then we've gained in our experience in it. And that's our own business, Marnique. So it is a separate, I mean, our time is valuable, you guys.
Amen.
So, we
Amen.
volunteer a lot of our time to Human Garage. So if you're in LSA 2, you can come to Thursday evenings, Zoom calls, or the parents program. We're on the parents program every Sunday afternoon, US time. So you can catch us there, but that doesn't mean that we do all of our work there. We might dive into it, but we also support the mamas that come and everything. So Marnique, that was for you. Now, back to you. It is important that you write down the stories that you are telling yourself so that you can see it. It is important that you slow down and read them out loud 3 times. This is better facilitated, but at least this was what you could do for free. Write down the stories that you believe in. Write down all your fears. And then I want you to ask yourself, is that true in your story?
No,
Okay.
I'm not going to allow it to be true.
So then you physically mark it out and you write what you believe is true. Okay? That's the key. First, your subconscious has to witness the story that you've written out. You could tell the story 200 times over and over and not actually hear the words that you're saying that you are not choosing to believe in. So look how confusing this is for the subconscious. Am I supposed to believe this? Am I not? Well, she's telling the story again, so I guess I'm going to believe in this. Wait a second. Over here, she marked it out in her journal and she wrote a whole new story, but she's telling the story again. Do you see where the dizziness is coming in the subconscious? And so that subconscious is going to speak to you through your body and say, you are making me so dizzy with your thoughts. So the body speaks through translation. The translation is the symptoms. So where are you unbalanced in life? You're unbalanced in feeling worthy to be around people. Okay. Is that really what you choose to believe in? No. So write out stories. When Think about a time when, okay, I'm just going to throw this out there because we don't have time to go into it. But for example, if it was a relationship with another person that you wanted to be intimate with, you wanted a relationship, you wanted to get married, you wanted to, right? And then they left you. And now you believe in this story that you're unworthy. Okay, write down that specific moment when that person walked out, or when that person, when that person told you that they didn't want to be with you anymore. Write it out. What did they say? Where were you at? How old were you? What was going who else was there? What location were you in? Were you at home? Were you at the park? Were you at a bar? You know, where were you? Give the details and write it out. And then at the bottom, ask the question, what did I make this mean about me? Jenna is so good at this. What did you make this mean about you? And then really identify, what belief system did I create from this story and what I made it mean about me? For me, I like to go back into our birth story. I like to go back into our childhood. When did this pattern begin? When was another time in your childhood that your parents maybe didn't make you feel worthy? As loving as they were, there was a moment that they didn't make you feel worthy. So it's kind of like going back into that. So that's what Jenna and I play with. And then we help you to see words and shift them. So if for instance, somebody says, I made this mean about me that I'm not good enough to be around other people. So then the question is, I believe I'm not good enough to be around other people. That's the first play with the words. We play with the words. And do you really believe that you're not good enough to be around other people?
No.
No. Boom. Okay, I can mark that off. Okay. I believe I am enjoyable around other people. Okay, what does enjoy mean? Okay, I believe I have fun around other people. Okay, I believe other people have fun around me. Okay, this is feeling pretty good. Okay, I believe, right? What do you believe? You have to play with your own words. And as much as I don't like journaling because I'm always overthinking and moving and fast, right? When I slow down and I write in my journal, my next day is beautiful. And my day after that is beautiful. And my day after that is beautiful. So I want you to have sticky notes, note cards all around your house with the decrees. And I want you to have little bitty journals all around the house. And every thought that you think, there you go. But I want you to
I
have it,
haven't written in it lately.
put it on a strap and carry it on you. Okay. Like Jenna has them all over her house. And when she has a thought, she writes it out. And so if you go back to our live last week, I believe it was, we talked about how she did this with her 10-year-old daughter. I can't keep her kids' ages straight. One of them's 8, one of them's 10, I think. But Ellie really did not want to look at her own words and what she was saying about herself. And it's been 6 weeks. And now Ellie's getting much better and faster with it. But she has a mom that's literally doing Jenna does the Enlifted coaching program, and so she's learned to play with the language. It's mindset work. It's the story that we're telling ourselves that's not even true. So so that's what we add in with the fascial maneuvers. We do the fascial maneuvers, cleaning up your environment, drainage work, and then the mindset work is what we do.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Um, okay, I didn't really get the test results back from my vestibular doctor when I had the test done in January, February, and I have a meeting with her at 9:30 on Tuesday. So if I can, I will add you on Instagram and then I will let you know what she says.
Yeah.
And at this point, I would like to work with you
Okay.
and human garage all over again. And because I'm tired of this and I want to be free. And so I'm just going to say because I didn't get an MRI done after the accident because I have a sensitivity to electricity. and EMF frequencies, because you know that all that has a huge impact on your body. And so I chose not to, but so I don't know what's going on with my head right now. But if they do prescribe an MRI, I mean, if she does, do you, I mean, you as a practitioner, you,
Well, first of all, I'm a public school teacher that
okay,
has lived 30 years in pain, and I have learned to heal myself. That's my experience. So I cannot tell you or prescribe or do anything like that for you. That is your own intuitive state of awareness. I can tell you, like I said earlier, like my TCM practitioners like, Deidre, I think you need some prednisone. We've been working on this rash for 6 months. You just detox too fast and your body needs to rebalance. And you know what? It was the easiest thing for me to take that prednisone. I had no side effects. None. I slept well at night. I didn't need the jitteriness from eating. I had none of the side effects that most people get from prednisone. Why? Because I believed that I can partner with something and it can move out of my body just as quickly because I've done all the work to have a clean system. And so, are there situations in life where we can partner with Western medicine practices and then detox from them?
yes,
Yes. So that is your choice to make. And would getting the results from that give you some clarity that may help you feel safe in your body?
yes, because for the last 2 years I've been walking around with a what if, and I'm tired of not
And
knowing.
did that what ifing create more overthinking and fight or flight?
Oh, absolutely, 1000%.
So I feel like you can make the choice for yourself now without having to be codependent on somebody telling you what to do, right?
It's time. And if something's not, and if something is an issue regarding that MRI, then I'm going to have to handle it head on. But
Yeah.
if all of this is emotional, if all of this is mental, at the end of the day, I'm going to need help getting over that too.
And we gotcha. I mean, you're showing up for yourself. You are ready. Look at the difference. Everybody, look at the difference and tell me the difference that you see in her from when she got on this chat to now. So let's just. I haven't been watching the chat at all, but let's just see what they say, because you said that with so much peace because you feel safer in your body. Okay. So again, you're right. And if you are able to clean up the toxins, get the hydration going, maintain the fascial maneuvers. See, you're more peaceful, big difference. Um, Maintain it. See about the vestibular eye resets. Take them slow so you can determine how your body detoxes. And then know that they're going to cause, more than likely, they're going to cause some kind of detox in you. So does that detox mean that you are sick? Because in the beginning, you started to say, I'm sick because I'm detoxing. And reframe that to, I'm healing because I'm detoxing. Okay.
Okay.
And that was actually one of the things I was going to come on and talk to you about today was support during detox. And the community is going to be your biggest support through the detox. Being with somebody who's either going through it also, or who has been through it and has been doing this work for a couple of years, because they can be the ones to help identify, hey, that's a detox symptom. That's not something new to deal with. That's your body responding to what you have been doing and therefore creating more ease in your body. You just got to get through the detox part of it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
Thank you for everything.
you are welcome, and friend me on Instagram here. Again, my pin is at the bottom, and you're welcome. We're past our time. I know I logged on a little bit late, but we're past our time, which I'm happy that we are. I mean, this was good. And real quick, back to the airplane and driving. So when you get into your car, usually if I tell people to help me remember, that's my brain of It will remember. Um,
I have that.
notice,
I
notice
have that issue too.
I did not say I don't want to forget. What I said was I choose to remember. Do you see the change in words? It's like pink elephant. Oh, if I don't want to forget, well, my spirit doesn't hear negations, negatives, right? My subconscious doesn't hear negations. They just hear forget, forget, forget. So anytime I'm like, where did I put the scissors? Ah, I forgot where I laid down this. No, I choose to see those scissors that I laid down in this house, right? I choose to see those clearly. I
Yeah,
choose to remember. Okay, so back to what I was remembering.
first you have
Ankle
it
work,
back to the body.
ankle work. Do the lower body reset. Release the pressure in the ankles, release the pressure in the gut. I don't know how much you've been doing the belly button work. Like this morning we did the psoas, the belly button, the bladder, the xiphoid, the ilio, this one, right? Or the xiphoid at the base of the sternum, because this has a lot to do with our center of gravity, which would be good for you. So, yeah, my class this morning may be a good one for you. Because we did the belly button, xiphoid, psoas on both sides, bladder, and then we did a few other things. Yeah, the stomach. So the way I do the stomach, the belly button, um, is I like to really get my hand underneath it and tug it. That's what I do. But I showed a couple different ways. Any other suggestions? Thank you, Haruka.
And you
Uh,
said before I get to driving, before I get in the
oh,
car.
thank you. Always do a totally twisted, at least 6 breaths, 3 through the nose, 3 through the mouth before you take off. Okay. And if you can, open up your ankles. Open up the ankles, do a little, you know, twist-a-rooney, get those going. The ankles have more to do with the cranium. So if you hit back here, what I learned was whenever I got the bars removed off the back of my teeth, this base cranial plate wanted to shift, especially over here on the right side, and it is highly connected to your ankles through the fascial flow lines is how I am perceiving it in my body. So open up your ankles, open up your wrists. Those would be easy to do. Like if you're at a red light, do a wrist release just sitting there, right? Tug on your fingers. Keep those going. While you're driving, pick a spot in your ear. Maybe it's even this little flap here.
Mm-hmm.
Pinch it, so, and just remember when you're driving, I slow way down and I'm more aware. I slow way down and I feel balanced and centered. And just allow you to be that driver that is just calm. Okay. Don't get into the car thinking, oh my gosh, is this going to be another dizzy? Am I going to have to pull over because I'm getting so dizzy? Like, where can you touch your body with one of your hands to keep you present in your body? I love this one. I mean, I know you can't really do that one there, but you could do it down here and just hold it. Or right here on that xiphoid, right at the sternum, press in, rotate, and just hold that at a red light. Okay. Whenever I'm flying, I'm constantly reaching down and doing my ankle releases, or I'm grabbing and doing my knee torques, or I'm doing this one, that one's a good one. And I'm doing my antler twists and my ear pulls. You can literally do whatever you wanted while you're on the plane. But if you almost have to do a whole class the whole time you're there, keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Go ahead. Maybe while you're riding with somebody else, do maneuvers while you're in the car. See how your body responds to that. If you can take 10 minutes and do some maneuvers before you get in the car, sit in the car, cross, do your 3 breaths, nose and 3 breaths mouth. I mean, you're going to have to slow down in order to create the safety in your body that you need. TR Simmons. Just DM me on the pinned comment at the bottom. That's my Instagram. My personal website is called Radiate Balance, which is cool for today's comment. Radiatebalance.com is where I'm at. So that's me. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. And you guys, I'm gonna
God bless you.
Thank you. Happy to work with you. Very happy to work with you. I'm glad we did this. Everybody else, next Saturday, let's see. Yes, we will still do next Saturday. Instagram Live, and then Jen is taking over for the month of most of the Saturdays in May. I have some family things coming in May and an event, in-person event on one Saturday. So I love you dearly. Check me out, holler at me, DM me, we'll get you set up, and join that 28-day reset, you guys. Join the 28-day reset. Community, love, all the things, all the support. Within that is the Children's and Parents Program, which is what I'm supposed to be talking about this morning, which was fine. Totally fine that we did this. I love it. Just remember, there is a Parents and Children's Program. So I make sure I did that plug. Okay, I love you. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.